Hello my lovely Spocklights and welcome to another post-narrated Wi-Fi battle. My name is Spockles aka Sebastian, as you can see on the screen, and today I have an OU match for you against Alex Mendoza. He's a friend of mine and we met on Facebook on the Khaotic Plasma Pokemon Battling and Trading Group, and we had this match for the Clan Wars because last weekend there was a Clan Wars, and where you just you apply for a clan. I am a solid member of the Apocalypse clan. We have won the Clan Wars twice, and but not this time. This time we came in third or fourth, I don't know. Rivals won, so big shout out to Rivals, Larry Craig, the admin of the Khaotic Plasma Pokemon Battling and Trading Group, alongside Louis Perla. Also, these names, you've seen them pass by on my channel because they are great battlers. So this time around they also won the Clan Wars, and I congratulate them. But this is one of the members of I think it was the Shell Cannon clan. I think, yeah, this is one of the members of the Shell Cannon clan, Alex Mendoza. And we had an OU match and it was very fun. I brought with me my army of Steves. So every Pokemon, except for Excadrill, because I brought the wrong Excadrill, they're all called Steve. So that's fun. I like it. No, there's also one other with a little plot twist, but that's okay. I'm bringing Rotom-W, Mega Venusaur, Tyranitar, Latios, Scizor, not the Mega Scizor because I'm bringing Mega Venusaur, and Excadrill. And this Excadrill has Sandrush, which is great in conjunction with Tyranitar. And I am playing in this match, I am playing Smooth Rock Tyranitar, but during the tournament I've seen that Leftovers is maybe a better option to play. But that doesn't matter. My opponent is bringing Crawdon, Mega Venusaur, Heatran, Quagsire, Latios, and Thunderous. So, very threatening team. Unaware Quagsire is always a danger because I do have a Swords Dance Scizor with me, but on the other hand I also have Choice Specs Latios with me, so I can just spam Draco Meteors. That thing won't be able to take it because with an Unaware it also ignores the special attack drops. Latios will also be very important to help take down that Venusaur. And I think I have Surf on Latios because Choice Spec Surf is a 2-hit KO on especially defensive Heatran. So, in any case, it's going to be a very interesting battle, I'm pretty sure of that. And yeah, I know I'm pretty sure of that because I played a battle beforehand. That's because it's a post-battle narration. So, let's get this show on the road. Alex is issuing a challenge and I gladly accept. This guy is, by the way, is awesome as I am, also using like a very like when they post challenges it will be epic and stuff like that, and I like that in the guy. So he decides to lead off with the Thunderous, I decide to lead off with my Rotom-W. I can take I am physically defensive, but I can take 2 Thunderbolts after Leftovers, so I'm just gonna stay in and go for the Will-O-Wisp, trying to whittle it down, but he switches out and goes into Not Unaware. So that's fishy, not unaware. So I don't want to go for the Hydro Pump right here because it's not unaware. It might be water absorbed. I don't want that. So I'm just gonna switch out and go into my Fat Steve. So that was the that was the plot twist. Because this Venusaur is so fat, it can basically switch in on any move this Quagsire throws at me and then threaten it out with a 4x super effective Giga Drain. But because it's so fat, I named it Fat Steve instead of Steve. So Not Unaware doesn't get the burn on the skull, which I'm very grateful for. So this gives me the opportunity to launch my Mega form. So Fat Steve is Mega evolving into an even fatter Steve. Awesome sauce. And I do have a little tech on this Mega Venusaur, and I decided to go for the Sludge Bomb first. Doesn't affect the Heatran. I kind of wanted to predict, but I didn't want to over predict. So, but the tech I have right here is Earthquake. And because of the Earthquake, this Heatran is easily 2-hit KO'd. So I am expecting him to switch out here. He sets up the Stealth Rocks, which is nice. Which is fine, but he can't stay in here, so he has to switch out. And that is what he's about to do. He's going to go into Venusaur. I kind of predicted another switch in and the possible Venusaur. So I just decided, no, I did not predict at all. I just went for the Earthquake. Wanted to be safe, wanted to take out the Heatran early on. Because, of course, Scizor needs Heatran gone to perform a sweep. I am Swords Dance, Heatran still outspeeds me because I am bulky Swords Dance, not speedy Swords Dance. So I needed this Heatran gone. But he switches out, goes for the Sludge Bomb, and here, what happens when two Mega Pokemon face one another? They just crit each other with Sludge Bomb. So both sides get a crit, and looking at the damage that it was pretty much the same thing. I'm assuming he's the same set set as I am. So physically defensive Mega Venusaur. He's gonna go for the Synthesis. I decide just to go for another Sludge Bomb in case I do win the Speed type, but it would seem that he's always outspeeding me, so he must have some Speed EVs to Speed Creep other Venusaur. But I'm gonna go into Excadrill expecting the Sludge Bomb or whatever, but he's gonna go for another Synthesis, so the great play because of him, from him, because if he decided to go for the Sludge Bomb, that was a free attack, and I would have easily 2-hit KO'd it with 2 Iron Heads or an Earthquake. Here, I just wanted to play luck a little bit and go for Iron Head flinches, but I don't get the luck. But look at this, I am barely taking any damage from this Giga Drain. The reason for that is because I'm Assault Vested. I have max attack, some speed investment, like just enough to outspeed anything in Sand Rush, and then rest is put into special defense with an Assault Vest, and it's actually working pretty nice. But of course, here is a little mistake. I just went for another attack. Now I get the Sleep Powder. Did not see that attack just yet, so I wasn't really expecting it, but this gives me a free opportunity to switch into Steve, because basically Giga Drains and Synthesis and Sleep Powder, so the only thing he could really do was the Sludge Bomb, which does a decent amount, but I am threatening it now. But he goes for the nice switch there, the double switch into the nasty plotting or thunder waving Thundurus, and I decided I don't want to get Thunder Wave just yet, so I decided to switch in my Excadrill expecting the Thunder Wave, but he made a nice play here, going for the knockoff, and that is definitely knocking off my Assault Vest. But I figured I could live one more and then maybe towards fate a little bit, but he gets the crit. That's what you get when playing risky like me. He gets the crit, and I lose my Excadrill early on, which is gonna suck, because I still have the Tyranitar with the Sandroid, and now there's really no use in playing that. So, but I can take any hit from this Thundurus with Mega Venusaur, so I just decided to switch that in and go for a Giga Drain, trying to recuperate some health. I don't play Synthesis like my opponent. I have Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, Earthquake, and Leech Seed. And here I didn't expect to switch in, and I thought that he would switch out back again because of the Earthquake. He wanted to have a safe switch in for his Latios maybe, so it was a pivot switch. That's why I went for the Leech Seed right there, but he predicts that nicely and instead just goes to the Lava Plume, and that is definitely gonna kill the Mega Venusaur at that range. If I were to be especially defensive like I used to play, then I definitely would have lived that, but the physical defensive set does not survive a Heatran Lava Bloom at that range, but that's okay. We do get the Stealth Rocks up, meaning that I can just come in with Steve, my Latios, and with Choice Specs Psyshocks, I can just do some damage. Combined with the Leech Seed, that is a solid 2-hit KO, even with the leftovers. And that was basically my plan, so that I could just stay in with Steve and just damage some stuff. But he decides to stay in with the Heatran, go for the Toxic, because he knows that this Steve is threatening to his Venusaur, so he needs to wear it down little by little. But with the Leech Seed recovery and with the Choice Specs, I am definitely able to kill this Heatran in the next battle. So he can always decide to switch out, but I don't think he really has a good switch in for that, so he's just gonna sack off his Heatran, which is great for me because that allows my Scizor to come in and basically do some funny stuff, except of course for Unaware Quagsire, which can burn me with Skulls, and that would really put a damper on it. So I really need to look out for that. He's gonna switch to the Thundurus at this point, send it to Thundurus, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna stay in, go for another Psyshock. While he overpredicts, he could have gone for the Hidden Power Ice, I guess, but he went for the Thunderbolt instead. I take that like a champion because I'm a Dragon type, so that's great, and I kill off this Thundurus with a Choice Specs. So Choice Specs Latios, I really like it because it really has a big oomph to it. If I can predict and go for a Surf when the Heatran switches in, that is a solid 2-hit KO. But because of the combination Heatran Mega Venusaur, I wasn't really certain I wanted to go for Surfs right there. So, but I can't really do anything against this Quagsire just yet, so I decided to switch in my Rotom Wash. But he goes for the double switch and goes into Venusaur, and that is actually nice. Now, this Mega Venusaur is at low health. I do know it has a Synthesis, so I decided to stay in right here and just go for the Will-O-Wisp, get off that residual damage. It will definitely help out in the long run by getting this Venusaur down. But instead of going for the Synthesis, he went for the Sleep Powder instead, which was a great play from him again, I guess, because the following turn he can go for the Synthesis. And I was predicting another synthesis, so I decided to just stay in. Maybe I get the first turn, wake, and then go for a Volt Switch. But I don't wake up. The best play for me was actually to just switch out, because he also had the Giga Drain. And because of the Giga Drain, he doesn't really need synthesis on this Rotom Wash. So he is just going to do some damage and heal at the same time. So, but fearing another Giga Drain, of course, I can't really risk it. So what I want to do is I want to switch out Steve right here for my other Steve, which is my Scizor, because of the Sleep Clause, he can't put this Scizor to sleep. So meaning he's shown me Synthesis, Sleep Powder, Sludge Bomb, and Giga Drain. So basically he doesn't have HP Fire, which means that I can safely switch in this Scizor and start setting up a Swords Dance. I wanted to go for Swords Dance, just to get a little bit of setup. I know Quagsire is still there, but if he switches in the Quagsire, I can still go for a U-turn and switch into the appropriate counter. But he is not deciding to switch out, so that is great. I get off my Swords Dance, and I'm a +2 attack, which is nice. And that also means that because of the burn damage, I can now just KO it with a +2 Bullet Punch. Even with the leftovers, I don't have that much attack power. I am fully invested in attack, but Steve is gonna go for a Bullet Punch and kill the Mega Venusaur right there. And that is great. But the only thing stopping Steve for a sweep is, of course, the Quagsire, and that's gonna come in right now, not unaware. And I want to get some damage off before, because I'm gonna predict a Skull and not a Recover, so I'm just gonna get some damage off with the U-turn. That is great for later on. He does have the Rocky Helmet, which is gonna hurt, but that's okay, that's fine. I don't mind that at all. So I can just go into Steve right here. He resists the Scald, so maybe after Stealth Rock damage I might survive the Scald and even survive the Toxic damage. It all depends a little bit on the roll, and as you can see, it is a very low roll. So I basically live the Toxic with 7 HP, allowing me to actually just kill this Not Unaware with anything. I was going for the Draco Meteor because of the Unaware ability, and but he decides to switch out and switch into Latios, and I think that was the biggest misplay he did this game, was to switch into Latios, expecting maybe the Psyshock or something. But at this point I was like, no, he has nothing that can switch into a Draco Meteor, especially not a Choice Specs Draco Meteor. So that's what I did, and he just went into the Latios, and that was a solid one-hit KO. But I do go down because of the poison. And, that's fine. This gives me another free switch in. But I decided to go for Tyranitar a little bit, because I wanted... why did I do that? I think I wanted to whittle down his remaining Pokemon. I wanted to whittle it down with the Sandstorm, and basically I just go for the Rock Slide, because I have Fire Blast, Pursuit, and Rock Slide, and I think Rock Slide was the biggest move I could do. But I get the flinch, so that was actually awesome, because I think he was trying to go for the Recover right there. If he would have gone for the Recover right there, this Quagsire might still have become a problem, because it can just Recover Stall anything on my team, except that I do have the Rotom Wash with the Paint Split. Don't think it can take me out with. Don't think it could have taken me out with a Scald. And if I woke up and went for the Paint Split, that would have been great. But at this point, I just go for another Rock Slide, getting some damage off on his Crawdon while he finishes me off with the Crab Hammer. And at this point, I think that Bullet Punch from leftover Scizor is not gonna do enough. So I'm just gonna send my Rotom Wash in first, just to stall out one more turn of Life Orb damage and Sandstorm damage, just to be sure that Scizor can finish it off with a Bullet Punch. So I am still asleep. He's gonna go for the knockoff, and that's gonna kill Steve. So goodbye, Steve. Thank you for washing up. I guess he did decent stuff. He did some good stuff for the team. I misplayed him a little bit, but as you can see, Sandstorm and the Life Orb is gonna put him in the red section, and I do believe that an Adamant 252 attack natured Technician Bullet Punch is gonna be enough to wear down this Crawdon to the point where it dies like that. And that was the game. I had a lot of fun battling these. Expect to see more of these kind of videos in the upcoming battles. that I'll be uploading, because I have recorded a lot of battles this weekend. There were a lot of fun battles in there. I don't win all of them, of course. I've done a lot of battles and I lost some of them as well, but that's okay. It was a fun tournament. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure that if you did enjoy this video, that you leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And if you have already, just, you know, make some commercials. I like that. I'm an attention whore. So, yeah, my name is Spockles. I bid you all adieu, a good evening, a farewell, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.